Mountain Mitsubishi of Hickory Service Department performs air conditioning recharge and diagnostics for only $100.
Hello and welcome into the Friday edition of the WHKY News. I'm Ralph Mangum and today is Friday, July 5th. I hope you all had a very happy 4th. The WHKY News is back on over-the-air TV on channel 14.2 and on Compass Cable in Burke County on channel 142. Look for us at WHKY.com and on YouTube as well. In today's top stories, Hickory Police are investigating a shooting that occurred yesterday on the 400 block of 3rd Avenue Southeast in Hickory just after 9:30 p.m. 2 people suffered what were described as non-life-threatening injuries. No one had been arrested as of this morning. No further details are available. The investigation is ongoing. WHKY's Arianna Mack reports on a 4th of July tragedy involving the death of a child.
A child was killed in an accident early Thursday at a Burke County recreational spot. At approximately 10:40 a.m., the North Carolina State Highway Patrol responded to the Steel Creek Park and Family Campground parking lot. A 2019 Chevrolet Silverado was attempting to pull around a building and struck a pedestrian who walked in front of the truck. The pedestrian, an 18-month-old child, passed away from her injuries at the scene. The Silverado driver, a West Virginia resident, was not injured. The initial investigation indicates speed and alcohol were not contributing circumstances in the collision. No charges will be filed in this case. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. Certainly our condolences to Sophie's family and loved ones. A wildfire has burned approximately 30 acres of woodland in the Burkemont Mountain area of Burke County. The fire began at about 5 a.m. today. At last report this morning, the fire was 0% contained. Responding agencies include Salem Fire Rescue and the West End Fire Department. The North Carolina Forestry Service is the lead agency. Access to the area is limited to residents only. Emergency crews are using Burkemont Road and Jenkins Road for water shuttle services. No further details are currently available. A Watauga County man was killed in a crash earlier this week. The deceased is 35-year-old William Jesse Glenn of Sugar Grove. At about 8 p.m. Wednesday, the North Carolina State Highway Patrol responded to a fatal collision in Watauga County on Reese Road near Wilburn-Rominger Road. A 2001 Dodge Ram traveling south on Reese Road ran off the right side of the road and overturned. The driver, William Jesse Glenn, was ejected from the vehicle and passed away from his injuries at the scene. Mr. Glenn was not restrained by a seatbelt. The initial investigation indicates that speed and alcohol were not contributing factors in the accident. During the on-scene investigation, Reese Road was closed for approximately 2 hours. A recent fire is under investigation. WHKY's Rob Eastwood has the details.
The Iredell County Fire Marshal's Office is investigating that fire. 2 Mooresville firefighters were brought to a local hospital to be treated for injuries sustained while on the scene of the large debris fire on Tuesday. Mount Morn Fire Department personnel and nearby departments were dispatched at 11:52 a.m. on Tuesday for what was initially reported as a structure fire at 130 Ritchie Foam Lane. Arriving crews found a large outside debris fire and a second alarm was broadcast due to the size of the fire. The information comes from a Mount Morn Fire Department news release, Mooresville Fire and Rescue, and a published report at IredellFreeNews.com. The fire was extinguished by 12:36 p.m. Tuesday. Assisting agencies included Mooresville Fire and Rescue, South Iredell Fire and Rescue, the Davidson Fire Department, Cornelius Lemley Fire and Rescue, Iredell County EMS, the Iredell County Fire Marshal's Office, Iredell County Emergency Management, and the Mooresville Police Department. The 2 firefighters were treated and released for non-life-threatening injuries. There were no other injuries reported. The Iredell County Fire Marshal's Office is continuing their investigation. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. Arianna, Rob, and I will return momentarily with the Friday Crime Report. We have arrests from Caldwell and Catawba counties with suspects facing charges for drugs, B&E, and firearms. In local sports today, Jason Savage has American Legion baseball. News from Boone as an App State wrestling coach has been promoted, and the latest from the Hickory Crawdads. In community focus, Arianna visits with Donald Hicks as they discuss the Donald Hicks Basketball Day Camp, and Rob has news from CVCC. It was very hot today with partly cloudy skies and a high in the mid-90s. There were some thunderstorms in the area, so I hope you got some rain at your house. Goodness knows we need it. Over 90 again tomorrow with a 60% chance of more showers, and then a little cooler in the upper 80s on Sunday with a 70% chance of rain. Highs will range from about 85 to 90 degrees next week with a chance of rain each day somewhere in the neighborhood of 50%. The latest forecast is always there for you at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. You are watching the WHKY News.